So today we are going to look at two new types of fields in Dynamics CRM, which was not very new, but they got introduced in CRM 2015. Those are calculated fields as well as roll of fields. So these are new special type of fields, I can say. So these two fields make it easier to make automate calculation as well as special processes. So earlier we supposed to do some kind of JavaScript code or other type of code if you want to do any kind of calculation on your field. For example, we have a field known as total salary. Then you have another 2-3 fields such as your base salary, TA, HRA, etc. And if you want to calculate on lot of the form, just to calculate the total salary each time whenever any value on your HRA or BA changes, HRA or DA changes. So if you want to do this kind of calculation, earlier we were supposed to use JavaScript or business rules. So now with the introduction of calculated fields, we can do it without writing even a single line of code. So we can do the automated calculations. That's what we are using calculated field. And roll of field means if you want to do any kind of aggregated operation, such as if you want to find the sum of the values of some such fields, then you can use roll of fields. So these are the two fields we are going to look at. Let's have a look at the calculated fields. So like I mentioned, calculated fields are used to set calculated values which needs a formula or without writing any single line of code. So when you are creating a new field, you can see the field customizer or field designer over here. We are creating a field known as expiry date, where we select the data type as date and time, and we select the field type as calculated. Instead of symbol, normally we select symbol, we'll mention calculated here, then click edit. So it will open up another window where we just need to mention your calculation. Let's look at an example over here. So what is the scenario here is, we have a start date. Once the start date is selected, it has a value. You're supposed to set an expiry date, which is 1 year away from one year ahead of the start date. I can just take an example of a due date. Someone is taken a book from your library. Field name is check-in date, checkout date. Someone is taken the book, so the checkout date is equal to present date. And now they need to return the book within 15 days. So the moment I am just selecting the checkout date, the return date has to set to 15 days away from present date. So if I want to do this kind of calculation, I can use calculated field. So let's have a look at that. Let's create a calculated field. So we'll navigate to the entity that we have created. That is nothing but your books entity. Here we have a field known as checkout date. So the moment I'm setting a value over here, I need to set another field known as return date, which will be set 15 days from here. So there also I can add more logic, like if the person who is taking the book is a librarian, so then he will get 1 month. If the person who is taking the book is a teacher, then he will get 45 days. If the person who is taking the book is a student, then he'll get 15 days. All this kind of calculation we can do. So what you're going to do, I'm just going to customize this form. Then I'm going to create a new field over here. So here I'll mention a new field on a return date. So I'll mention the data type as date and time. Then the field type here I'll select as calculated. So one thing you need to remember here, or you need to take care of here, is the moment I click on this button edit, this field will be created and a new dialog will be opened up. So if you want to make any changes on this data type or field type or behavior or anything, you just have to set it now before you're clicking the edit button. Because now it is creating a new field. After that you cannot change anything. So a new field is being created. After that we will set our formula. So what is the formula we have to set? We will set that 15 days ahead of the checkout date. So this is similar to the business rules setting we have. So here we have a condition section where you can mention the condition like if else loops. So I can mention the condition over here, then I can set it. And the second section we have is action, where I can mention what type of action it is. Here I can mention a lot of formulas like add days, add hours, add months, weeks, etc. So this is very similar to you set formulas in your Excel. If you are familiar with setting formulas on your Excel, then it is pretty similar to that. Okay, so let me check a condition over here. Field I'm going to check it checkout date. Okay, so if the checkout date, I'm going to check if the checkout date contains data, that means it is not equivalent to null. I can add one more condition over here. When I'm adding the second condition, you can see I'm getting a and or operation over here. If I'm getting multiple condition, I can combine them using and or. So here I'm just checking only one. date, checkout date contains data. Then the action I'm going to set is 15 days ahead of the checkout date. So I'm just going to add the method such as add days. I need to mention a number over here, whole number, and second is a date time field. So I'll just keep typing a checkout date. So it will give you IntelliSense. So manifest.checkout contact checkout date. This is the field I have selected. Click OK. So like that I can check the action. So next time, whenever I'm changing the value of checkout date, the system will check whether it has a value. If it has a value, then it will set the return date to 15 days from here. Now I can put any more condition over here. For example, I can put a condition over here like category is equal to art. If the category of books equal to art and the checkout date contains data, then return date is equal to 50. Now I can put one more condition, else. Here I can mention book category is equal to engineering. Then I have a condition is like I am giving 30 days. So I'm just going to mention here checkout date, days data. Action I am going to set add days, 30 days. Like that I can keep adding the if else clauses over here and I can set it up. Once I make my formula set, I can just save it or save and close. So field is done, save it, and you come to your solution. Since you created a new field, you have to go to solution level and just publish it. So before I'm going to publish it, I just need to do one more thing on the form level. I just need to add it to my form. So this is a new field I have created. I'm just going to place it just below the checkout date. Save the form, come to my default solution and publish all the customizations. Then I will go back to my book record. I'll just refresh it. So I have my new field added over here. So this is 25th of April. That is a checkout date, today's date. So now I'm just going to save my record. So if everything goes fine, then it has to change it. Everything is working fine. Only thing is I just need to set it properly. If it is art, because we have art and engineering only, we have the values. And I'm just changing all. Now you can see it. If it is a art book, then it is, you can see it. It has been set to how many days we have set for arts. Set to 15 days. So 15 days, yeah, this is correct. 15 days from here. And if I'm going to change my book categories into engineering, then I'm just saving the form. Then you can see it is 30 days. 15 days. So like that you can make. So here I just use the field type. I mean the data type I use a data and time. Same way you can do it for any other type of data type as well. So that's about calculated field.